Hey y'all, Laura, Peaks for Pounds. It is review day, and man, do I have something incredible for you. The folks at King Camp have reached out to me and they've sent me this amazing tent. It's the Con Villa 4-season bell tent. This thing is huge. It accommodates 4 to 6 people. It is an amazing heavy-duty cotton canvas tent with all the luxuries. You can even hook up a wood-burning stove in this thing if you like. So if you're into camping with family, friends, or glamping as they so call it, you're going to want to check this tent out. So let's see what it's all about. All right, the tent is packed in this heavy-duty duffel bag. This thing here, like I said, is made of a heavy cotton canvas, very durable bag. It's quite impressive. It's got handles on either side like a duffel bag, and then handle here on the end. And you're going to want to use these handles because this tent is heavy. It's a big boy here. Here's the specs. The Con Villa. This tent is about 15 foot by just under 10 foot. And the center height is just under 8 foot, 7.9 foot. So it's big. And the tent bag here weighs, this thing says it weighs 63.7 pounds. So it's a big boy. First thing we're gonna do is get it unpacked and see what we've got inside. Okay, we've got the bundle out of the bag. Everything is rolled up here and strapped together. So we're gonna unroll this and see what's included. Okay, so this is what was rolled up. The big part here is obviously the tent. This here in the pouch, I'm assuming this is the ground sheet. I'm pretty certain that's what that is, that ground mat. These are the poles. There's 3 poles. That's all there is to this tent. It's 3 poles. And then a bag of stakes. 3 different size stakes that we're going to use. Some plastic ones and then metal stakes as well. So this is what's included in the roll that came in the canvas bag. The tent comes with a laminated instructions card, so this is real handy. This is going to show us how we go ahead and set it up with steps 1 through, looks like 23. And then there's also a QR code. If you want to use that, it'll take you to the video for setting this up. The instructions themselves, they're not very detailed and there's not a lot of English on here, so I'm going to rely on the pictures and a video if I need it. Okay, y'all, we've got our ground cloth laid out, so we're ready to, first thing we're going to do is stake that down, and we're going to use these little stakes. Actually, they look like little golf tees, and these were in the bag with the ground sheet. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the ground sheet staked out. There's 12 of these. Okay, we've got the ground mat staked out, so now let's get this tent rolled out and see what it's all about. Okay, we've got the tent laid out. Now, before we actually pitch it, we're going to stake the tent. So next step is staking out the tent. Okay, the stakes that we're going to use that are here in the instructions are this one, G, and there's 32 of them. The smaller metal stakes, that's what we're going to use to stake out the tent. Okay, so we are through step number 8. Now we're going to go step number 9, and we're going to assemble our tent poles. All right, so the tent poles go together easily, just like any tent with a tension line inside. So we're going to just assemble that. There's 2 interior poles, and then there's a door frame that we're going to assemble. The door frame is like a U shape. So we're just going to assemble that. I mean, it's pretty easy. It goes together. There's the shape of the door. Okay, so the tent frame, it nests into the tent here, door section. Just goes over, and then we're going to slide it into some loops, and it'll go together with guy lines. Okay, once you get the frame nested up here and you get it through the loops, you can see along the bottom it goes through some grommets. And then what you do is you just pull it up. And then from here, we're going to guy it out. We're going to stake in these guy lines, and that will hold up the door, and then we'll set our interior poles. Okay, I've got one of the center poles up. I'm about to put the second, but it's real simple. You take that entire pole and you match it up to a marking on the roof, and then a marking here, a square marking down here on the floor, and that's how you pitch it. So I'm going to go ahead and put up the second one and see what we've got. On either end of the pole, you're going to notice that there's what looks like a suction cup, and that's to protect the tent material. Okay, both poles are up. You can see the tent's saggy, and the reason why is we have to guy it out. We have to tap out the guy lines, and that will pull this tent out tight. All right, y'all, we're actually almost done putting this tent up. We are on step number 21, where we're going to stake out the guy lines. And that is using the larger stakes. Stake H, which you see here in the diagram, are the larger metal stakes. And by the way, these stakes go into the ground super easy. I've barely had to use my mallet on them. All right, y'all, now that we got this beauty pitched, let's go ahead and take a look at some of its features. First thing I noticed was the quality and the canvas of the zippers. This trapezoidal door is wonderful for shedding off rain. But you can see the material that the tent's made out of is a poly cotton canvas. This stuff is very heavy duty. And the bottom of it, the ground sheet's actually, what do they say, a rating of 10,000 millimeters waterproofing rating. So it's high quality. It's got windows all around, including some little eyebrow windows along the bottom. There's 4 of those. We'll take a look on the inside here shortly. But I wanted to show you some of the exterior features. One of the things I think is amazing is, check out this right here. That is a stove vent. You can actually have a wood-burning stove in this tent. Like I said, it's a 4-season tent, so you can take this winter camping in the snow, and you could use a wood-burning stove in it. But all of the guy lines are staked out, and they come with these very easy-to-use tensioners that you can use to tighten the tension on the tent. You can see I've got it pretty taut now. There's windows galore. In addition, there are 2 roof vents on either side of the tent. So it's a good size. Like I said, 15 foot by just under 10 foot with a pitched roof height of 7.9. So it's a big tent. Accommodates 4 to 6 people, and was fairly easy to set up. So let's take a look on the inside. Well, one thing I want to show you before we go inside, check this out. There's a little opening for an extension cord that you can use. This thing's fancy, y'all. All the bells and whistles. Let's go inside. All right, all set up. We got all our windows open, and this thing is a palace, y'all. Again, sleeps 4 to 6 people. You can get 3 full-size mattresses if you wanted to in here. Or what I see a lot of people do, and what I would do, is I'd have 2 living spaces, one on each side. 2 sleeping spaces. And in the center, I'd have a common just living space. But it is massive, and these windows are incredible. There are vents and screen mesh, real high quality, real fine mesh. The zippers are extremely impressive in this tent. Very heavy duty zippers. The front windows here on the side are actually solid PVC, as you can see. The doors are screen, and then in the very back, the large window, the bottom part of it is screen, and the top part is PVC. Everything else is that fine mesh screen. You've got what they call 360-degree ventilation in this tent. In addition to the top windows, you can see along the bottom are those You call those half moon or eyebrow windows, whatever you want to call them, but there's 4, 2 on either side of the tent. That helps with the bottom ventilation. In addition to that, you've got your roof fence on either side, 1 on each side of the tent. So plenty of ventilation in here. This is quite impressive, actually. And here's the inside look at that stove jack. So you would put a wood burning stove right here and run the jack straight up to that chimney hole right there. Beautiful tent. Spacious, lots of windows, 360-degree ventilation. They call this, with these poles on the side, it's a center-free structure. So you don't have any pole in the middle that would get in your way. This kind of is like a yurt, to be honest with you. The material, like I said, is a heavy-duty poly cotton canvas. And the bottom is a waterproof mat, 10,000 millimeter, I think, water resistant mat was what the ground sheet that comes with it. So that would protect you from any groundwater. If you've noticed along the very bottom here, there's a zipper that runs the full way around the tent. You can actually unzip this entire bottom, roll up the dark gray panels, and just have a top structure. If you just wanted to have a shelter versus a tent. If you took this somewhere and just wanted a day shelter. So it's very versatile. I like it. The King Camp Con Villa, 4-season. We're going to call this a glamping tent because it is fancy, y'all. Oh, one more thing I want to point out. I didn't show you. You've got storage pouches, 4 of them, in the front and back of the tent. So plenty of storage space for cell phones, maps, anything like that that you might need. They thought of everything. All right, y'all, that's it. The King Camp Con Villa 4-season tent. Wow, I am super impressed with this, y'all. This thing is amazing. It's huge. I love the spaciousness. I love the 360-degree ventilation all the way around. Features galore, including a wood-burning stove vent. I mean, come on, seriously. It'd be great for things like family camping. You have a group of friends you want to go camping with. If you're into glamping, this is for you. It's got your name all over it. With its 4-season design, I think it'd even be great for hunters. Take it out in the winter. So opportunities galore with this Con Villa. And I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. Now, if you want to learn more about it, I'm going to put a link in the description that you can go and check it out on your own. So there you have it, the King Camp Con Villa 4-season tent by King Camp. So check it out. Till next time, y'all, happy camping.